Well, so I'm a big bone broth fan. You know, nutrition and fitness are things that I'm passionate about and I enjoy. And I've tried a bunch of different bone broths, and they're all so different. They all, you know, claim to have great health benefits. Most of them, you know, feel good in your stomach, sort of like Mom's chicken soup. But I was just curious. I wanted to know which one was the best in terms of ingredients, you know, their processes, and obviously how they taste. We found these 9 brands. It's just the most popular stuff on the internet, the stuff that comes up at the top of all the searches when you Google search for them. So we've got our chef back there heating some brands up, and we'll just start taking a look at them one by one. All right, so this is sample 1. We've just got them marked with numbers so that later we can identify which brands we were tasting. We're gonna do a blind taste test and see how it comes out, see which ones we like better. And Scott here's got this fluffy white thing for his blindfold, and of course I've got my sexy bitch blindfold because I'm a sexy bitch.
Alright.
I smell it. Where is it? Okay. Ooh, okay.
Number 1.
Well, it's very, very sort of thick, meaty scent. Really tangy.
Yeah, it's a little sour.
Sweet, I guess. A little watery. I don't know how everybody else is. I like my broth to be a little thicker.
It's not thick, it's watery.
More soupy,
it's a little
yeah,
sour.
a little watery. 3, 4 maybe.
I would say 4 as well.
Yeah, it's not that great.
I would
it's
never drink
not the
really
best.
Cheers, my man.
Cheers.
Number 2. This one smells better off the bat.
It smells meatier, that's for sure. So that one's not as sickly sweet.
Still very watery though.
I thought it was a little watery and a little bit bland. It just doesn't taste like much of anything at all. There's nothing particularly wrong about it, but it just leaves me sort of flat.
It just tastes like hot water.
It's a little bland. You know, I'm gonna stick with a 4. It wasn't, the flavor wasn't as much the problem. It was just there was not much of a flavor. So whereas I feel like with the last type, the flavor was almost a distraction. It was too much. This one, there's not much flavor at all, and it's still pretty watery.
I completely agree. I'm gonna go with a 4 as well on this one. It's very watery, very bland. It's really no flavor at all.
That's pretty good. Definitely better than the other 2. There's no frills to it, but at least it's thicker. It's not so watered down. I like my broths to kind of taste and feel a little bit more like soup. I just like that sense of heartiness. That's one of the things I enjoy about bone broth. So you definitely get that from this one. There's the flavor is sort of bland, but it's hearty and it's full-bodied. It's the best one we've had so far, I think. I'm gonna give this one a 7.
I like this one better than the last 2. Yeah, it definitely has like a meaty flavor. It's not watery. It's got a little bit of the tanginess, but not too much. I'm gonna go with a 6 on this one.
So this is number 4. I can smell this one even before bringing it to my clink. Yeah. Definitely the best smelling one so far. Rather than smelling like bone, this one smells like just beef.
Like a beef bone.
That's good. I like that one a lot. Hearty, full-bodied, nothing extravagant or crazy on the taste. You know, I'm not picking up any sort of like ginger or any sort of strange spices that sort of tinge the flavor. It's very sort of straightforward, but it's really good.
I like this one too. I'd give this one a 7. It's better than the last one.
I agree, it's better than the last one. I'm gonna go ahead and call this one let's call it an 8.
This one smells very chocolate.
Smells good, yeah.
It smells like hot chocolate.
I gotta say, I like the chocolate bone broth. It's a treat. I don't know that I'd want to drink it, you know, during the day as sort of my normal like nutrition regimen. But that's pretty tasty in terms of like an evening or like a post-workout broth or something. It's got a little chocolate flavor. I like it.
So this one's like totally different because it's chocolatey, so it's kind of hard to compare it to just on its own. Compare it to just regular hot chocolate. I'm just gonna give it a 6.
I'm gonna give this one an 8. I think it's pretty solid.
Oh,
Smells good.
it does smell good.
Like rosemary or something.
It's a little tangy. It's got definitely rosemary flavor.
Yeah, it's good flavor.
It's a little watery though.
A little watery and sort of tastes, I mean, I'm not, without knowing what the ingredients are, I sort of get tastes a little artificial maybe. I'm gonna give that one a 5.
It's like rosemary water. I'm gonna give it a 5 as well.
Tastes like water almost. Tastes like nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't have a very distinct flavor.
Ugh. Shit. I give that a 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with like a 2. Ugh.
It's disgusting.
This one smells really good.
Yeah, it smells really good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
This is the best one. Yeah, by far. It's thick, it's meaty. It tastes just like soup.
Yeah, I really like it too. It's got a good heft to it. It's thick, hearty. It's got a good flavor, but it doesn't overpower it. You still have that sort of that wholesome, sort of settling feeling in your stomach, but it's still it tastes real too. There's nothing. I don't sense any sort of artificial flavors or any sort of anything that at least to the taste, feels synthetic.
That last one tasted like grainy, kind of. This one's just super smooth.
That is really good.
I'm gonna give this one a 9.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine it being any better. I hesitate. I'm not going to give it 10 because I don't know that you ever say that something's perfect, but
We have to try the last one too.
that's pretty close. That's definitely the best. I agree with you. That's definitely the best one so far. And it's not even close. Yeah, I'm going to give this one a 9.5.
Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. I don't like it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I'm gonna go 1.
I don't know if it's quite as bad as that flavorless protein powder water shit. So I'm gonna say.
At least that was neutral. This is fucked.
Oh, that was disgusting. I'm gonna say 2 on that. That was gross.
Worst one.
That literally made me want to vomit. Yeah, never again. We're back after our taste testing here. A little unfortunate because I was really getting used to sporting this blindfold. But all good things must come to an end. So here we are. Now we've had a chance to match up and see what our blind taste test was, what each of the brands were. Both Scott and I liked the Au Bon bone broth best. We both felt it was just far and away the best tasting. And then, it matched up. When I said I tasted it, I didn't taste anything synthetic. We read all the ingredients. Everything is grass-fed and organic there, so that makes a lot of sense. The other one that I liked the bone broth chocolate, and I thought that actually the Bonafide chicken broth was pretty solid as well. In terms of the ones I really, really hated, this was the most disgusting thing I've ever tried. Don't ever get it. It tasted like flavorless protein powder mixed in water. With the texture, you could tell it was a powdered drink. The chocolate one was pretty good. Obviously it's not going to taste like a traditional bone broth. It was more of a dessert tasting sort of thing. But it did have protein powder, so for those of you health nuts who are lifting at the gym and want sort of a healthy alternative to regular protein drinks. Yeah, that's pretty good. 9 was really bad as well. The bare bones broth was not good.
So I hated the Kettle and Fire. That was one of the worst for me. Bare bones, I did not care for at all. I fully agree that this was the absolute worst one that we tried. The Au Bon, of course, was the highest quality we tried for sure. No negatives at all. It blended better. Some of these, this and that one, you can kind of taste like grainy.
You could taste the difference in texture with the powdered drink. The ones that came pre-made, generally speaking, had sort of a heartier texture to them. Whereas anything that we mixed that was powder, definitely you could tell in the texture, usually wasn't as thick or as hearty.
I think that covers it.
Awesome. So that was our blind taste test. We hope you got something from it. I think that's it for us.